Alright guys, so Team Epics are finally live. They are in the game right now. You can get on Diamond Dynasty and you can look through each and every Team Epic. So we can go ahead and start grinding these as soon as right now. Honestly, we can just start grinding. So what I'm going to do in this video is I'm going to go over every final reward in each of the Team Epics. So I'm not going to go over what the 25% and the 50% rewards are, because chances are they're probably just going to be like silvers and golds. And honestly, we just kind of care about what's at the end of them. So we're going to go over each one, but we're only going to talk about the final player reward. So it might be a little bit of a longer video because I am going to go through all 30 teams. So I apologize for that, but hey, I want to give you guys a breakdown of every card, so let's get it. Alright, so starting off with the Baltimore Orioles, of course, we saw this card yesterday. We actually saw 15 of the 30 Team Epic rewards yesterday. So this one is 87 overall Chris Davis, 2013 All-Star card, 122 power against righties. I mean, what more do you want from a left-handed bat? Like, he's just absolutely going to kill right-handed pitching. Against lefties, he still has 79 power, so it's not like he's completely useless against lefties either. 52-79 is not that bad, so just because you see that 122, don't think he's like useless against the same-handed pitcher. Also, he can play third, left, and right, but if you look at the fielding, you're not going to want to put him at third, left, and right. You're only going to want to put him at first base. So this is a nice little reward, one of the better ones, I think. As far as the Boston Red Sox, if you take a look at what the final reward is, it is Carlton Fisk, 87 overall All-Star card from 1977. 98 contact versus righties. That's really good. 78 fielding, 75 arm strength. He's a pretty good catcher. He's not the best catcher in the game. He's not the 93 Yachty. He's not Gary Carter, but he'd be a pretty solid catcher. He's fine with the bat, and he's pretty solid on defense. I'd say even a little bit above average. So I like this Carlton Fisk card. I just probably won't use him over Yachty or anybody else. All right, the New York Yankees, guys, if you go all the way over here, the 90% player reward is going to be Jason Giambi. 85 overall All-Star card from 2003, 74 105 power against righties with 125 discipline. The discipline in MLB The Show affects how you can check your swing and the check swing percentage you can get. Your vision affects how big your PCI gets, so you should be able to check your swing most of the time with Jason Giambi, but honestly, he's pretty much the same type of card as the Chris Davis, and I would rather have the Chris Davis against lefties if I had to, because he has a little bit better numbers against lefties. They're both going to do great against righties, but Chris Davis overall is a better card, and I think the Yankees one is a little bit underwhelming. Tampa Bay Rays, the 90% reward is going to be 86 overall David Price, 2012 hardware card. Now this card is pretty good, okay? 97 stamina is really nice. 78-81 per 9 is pretty good right there. 93-94 velo break. The pitch selection is really nice. 2-seam cutter, 4-seam changeup, knuckle curve. He's got some breaking pitches and he got some fastballs. He might have a little bit too many fastballs. David Price has had really good attributes in the past, but once you kind of understand where his off-speed pitches are going and you understand the break, it gets a lot easier to hit him. So it's a good card. I just don't know how viable he'll be online. The Toronto Blue Jays 90% reward, which we saw yesterday, is the 83 overall Aaron Hill 2009 All-Star card. He's more of just an all-around player. He's a pretty good hitter, 75-83 contact, 69-82 power with 85 vision. So he's going to be fine at the plate. He's not going to be the best hitter in the game or anything, and he's going to be fine in defense. You know, he's just a very basic, middle of the road, all around type of player. So not a terrible card, but I don't think you'll see much of this card being used online. All right, now we're making our way into the American League Central. Chicago White Sox, 87 overall, Luis Aparicio. And yeah, I don't think a lot of people are going to be really going for this card. 59-74 contact with 35-31 power. 115 vision is nice, yeah, but the fielding at 96 is really good. The 98 speed over here is really good. I know you can't see it with my face cam. I'll just take that off real quick so you can see the entire thing. 98 speed with 93 stealing and 99 base running aggressiveness. I just don't think this year's game really, with the way the hitting mechanics work, I don't think that this card is going to be very viable at all, but it might be a nice diamond if you want to just grab it. All right, the Cleveland Indians, we saw this yesterday, 89 overall Omar Vizquel, 1999 All-Star card. This is a really good card. Don't let the low power fool you. The difference between this card and the Aparicio is that this card actually has really good contact, while Aparicio has like none. So 96-96 against both sides with 100 vision, and then the great fielding and the great speed. This card is actually a pretty good card right here. I don't know if I would put him on my team or not. It would be just, I got to figure out how I'd want to play him. But as far as him being a switch hitter, that really helps. So I like this Omar. Detroit Tigers, we saw this one yesterday as well. 89 overall, Victor Martinez. He's a primary position of first base, but his secondary position is a catcher, which is probably where most people are going to put him anyway. 114 contact versus lefties with 103 vision. He's going to be a very good hitter, especially against lefties, and he's a switch hitter. 67 arm strength, is going to be decent at catcher, not going to be that good. It's kind of middle of the road, so you just got to kind of sacrifice a little bit of defense if you want to get this big bat in your lineup. The Kansas City Royals, here we go. Let's see what it is. 84 overall, George Brett. I know everybody loves George Brett, especially all you Conquest players, but he's a third baseman with a secondary position of shortstop. He's a left-handed bat. 89-86 contact with 112 vision. That's really nice, actually. Fielding is good. Arm strength is fine. 68 speed. This card is fine, but I would rather have like the Omar Vizquel, even though it's not the same position, but like an infielder with good contact, good vision, decent fielding. He's okay. The Minnesota Twins, we saw this one yesterday, I'm pretty sure. Francisco Liriano, 2006 rookie card. 82-92 hits and Ks per nine with 87 velocity and 99 break. He's got a slider as his primary, 4-seam, 2-seam changeup. I actually like this card a lot. The slider and the changeup are going to be really, really nice to use online. And the fact that he has the 99 break is really good. And just look at the pitch speed differences. 95 to 83, 12 mile an hour difference between the two pitches. I like this Liriano. All right, the Angels, which I have revealed, of course, on my channel. 85 overall, Troy Percival. Really good hits and Ks per nine. 81, 85 velo and break. The problem with this card is just the pitch selection is very limited. It's going to be hard to really fool a lot of batters, and the fastball is not really effective as much this year. So the 12-6 curveball and the changeup are going to be your only two real weapons to use, and it's just going to be a little bit difficult with this card online, but for grinding, this might be a pretty solid card. The Oakland Athletics, we've got 85 overall, Jim Hunter, 108 stamina. That's really good right there. 77-58 per nines with 55-80 velo and break, 4-seam slider, changeup, curveball. Very basic pitch selection. I'm iffy on this card. The per nines are not very good. 77-58 could be a lot better. The break at 80 is nice for this year's game, but overall, I feel like this card won't be used very much. I don't know. It's not a bad card at all, but I don't know. It's just kind of It's like an It's underwhelming diamond. All right, Seattle Mariners, one of the actual better epic rewards in the game. Jay Buhner, 86 overall diamond, 103-90 power with 54 vision and 95 arm strength to go with him in right field. This is one of the better team epic rewards because this guy fits the mold of this year's game so well. If you guys have noticed when you play events and maybe even some ranked seasons, everybody uses Ryan Schimpf, everybody uses Joey Gallo. Those two guys are used because their power is like it's insane. Power this year is better than it's ever been. So when you have a guy with 103 power with 54 vision, definitely he's going to be a good guy for you, and pretty good fielding with great arm strength. All right, Texas Rangers. This one is actually probably the best team epic reward that we have, and it's going to be 85 overall, Mike Napoli, who has a catcher as his primary position. 84-84 contact, 92-91 power with 57 vision, 64-62 fielding. The fielding is fine. He's not going to be terrible. He's not going to be great. He's going to be very average. But that contact and that power, that's what you want out of the catcher spot. You want a guy who can actually play the position. He doesn't have to be fantastic, but he can hold his own at the plate. So I think this is the best team epic in the entire set. The last American League team we've got is the Houston Astros, and the reward is going to be an 84 overall rookie, Hunter Pence. So yes, Hunter Pence was on the Astros, guys. Center fielder, of course, 87-97 contact, 69 vision, very middle of the road type of guy, and 84 gold. He's nothing really too much to say about him, just kind of middle of the road player. All right, moving on to the National League, the Atlanta Braves. Which one, or where do we have right here? 83 overall, Warren Spahn. We did see this guy yesterday. 4-seam curveball, changeup, sinker. Pretty good per nine, 77-76 with 76 velo, 86 break. A lot of good pitch speed differences between them. And he's going to have a very long windup, so he might make some people impatient, but could be a good lefty for you. The Miami Marlins, we have 84 overall, Dee Gordon. okay, this is kind of similar to like the Omar Vizquel, except the arm strength is not all there, and but 98, 109 contact versus lefties, and the fact that he is a lefty, he hits lefties really well, they won't have to play matchups with him, he can actually hold his own. The 84 vision is really nice too, obviously great bunting, obviously great speed, pretty good fielding, so this Dee Gordon card is just because he's a gold doesn't mean he's bad, so I like this Dee Gordon. Alright, Washington Nationals, we have the 90% reward being an 85 overall Jordan Zimmermann, 2014 All-Star card, 72, 67 per nines, 74 velo, 86 break, 4-seam slider, 12-6 circle change. So he's actually not bad. This card's not that bad, actually. I don't know if he'd make my starting rotation, but I would use this card every now and then. He's got some pretty good pitches. The circle change to go with the slider and the 12-6 is nice, and he's got good break. So I'd say this card's not bad. The New York Mets, we've got 82 overall Keith Hernandez for first base, 89-90 contact with 90 vision, 92 fielding. So he's going to be a fine fielder over there at first base. You're just not going to get a lot of power at him, and I think that's a position where you really want to get power. So this card's okay. It's not the worst card in the world, but I just don't think I think you want more power out of first base, so I won't really use this card. Philadelphia Phillies, this one is the Jayson Werth, 83 overall Jayson Werth. This is kind of like the Hunter Pence, it's kind of like the Aaron Hill, just kind of a middle-of-the-road, all-around type of guy. He's not going to excel at any one thing. He's just going to be kind of your average player who can probably get the job done, but you're not totally confident when he's at the plate. Like, you're not going to rely on him for anything. He's just going to be a middle-of-the-road guy. All right, the Chicago Cubs, we've got 82 overall Matt Garza, 69, 79 per nines, 84, 89 break, 4-seam slider, 2-seam, 12-6 changeup. So a lot of good pitches. You got a good repertoire. The 12-6 and the 4-seam difference is really nice in terms of the miles per hour. Good break. There's something like this card seems decent, but there's just some things about it that I don't know. Like the 69 hits per nine, kind of low. I don't know. This card may be sneaky kind of good, but at the end of the day, I don't think a lot of people are going to be using him. The Cincinnati Reds, here's another one that has a pretty solid reward. 88 overall Johnny Cueto, 2014 All-Star card, 4-seam cutter, 2-seam changeup slider, 88, 80 hits and Ks per nine with 80 velocity, 84 break, and 101 stamina. He's going to be able to go deep into some games for you. So I like this card. I like the pitch selection. The slider's got some good break to it with 84. I think this is a pretty solid arm right here. Milwaukee Brewers, we have 85 overall Carlos Gomez. This is the card that we saw yesterday. Really going to be good against lefties, and he's got really good fielding and really good speed. So, he's not terrible against righties. 71-60 isn't the worst I've seen, but, he's mainly going to be used if you have a lefty on the mound, and I think it could do some damage. The Pittsburgh Pirates, we've got 88 overall Bill Mazeroski, 71, 97 contact with 98 vision, 93 fielding over there at second base, 125 clutch, so he's going to be really good with runners on scoring position. That's what that means. So, not a bad card, not bad at all. Just kind of more of a one-trick pony sort of thing. He's just going to be really, really good against lefties. He's going to be a good platoon guy for that. So, yeah, that's Bill. St. Louis Cardinals. We saw this one yesterday. This is the Ozzie Smith, 101 contact versus righties with 117 vision, 99 fielding with 87 speed. Gonna be pretty solid. We all know Ozzie Smith. We all know what he can do at shortstop. So pretty self-explanatory card. 60 contact versus lefties isn't bad either, and he's a switch hitter. All right, last division, the Arizona Diamondbacks. We have an 87 overall Steve Finley, 75, 70 contact, 80, 87 power with 81 vision. This card was actually really good last year. This card was in the game last year, so it was actually a pretty solid card with a really good swing. So don't sleep on this Steve Finley. This is another one of those like all-around type of guys, but don't sleep on him. That 87 power against lefties as a lefty with a little bit of a reverse split right there might not be too bad. So keep an eye on this card. Seems pretty solid. The Colorado Rockies, you have the 83 overall Ubaldo Jimenez from 2010, 86, 81 hits and Ks per nine, 95 velo with 88 break, 2-seam, 4-seam slider, splitter, curveball. This card is a sneaky good card. Do not sleep on this Ubaldo Jimenez. Just because he's a gold, don't think that you're not going to go out of your way to get him, because he is actually going to do a lot for you. He's got a lot of good pitches, got a lot of good movement. That curveball is going to be nasty with that 88 break, and the 95 velo to go with the 2-seam. It's going to be a good card. The 64 control is the only issue. If that control was up, he'd be a diamond easily. For the Dodgers, we have 86 overall Steve Garvey, 97-83 contact with 94 vision, 82 fielding. So this is kind of similar to the Keith Hernandez. You know, he's going to be a good contact hitter with good fielding, but at the end of the day, you want a little bit more power out of first base. So not a bad card, but not the best. The San Diego Padres, we have 85 overall Chase Headley. He's a third baseman with first base as his secondary. 82-67 contact, 71-81 power, 83 fielding, so he's going to be pretty good over there at third base. He's going to be able to get the ball over the diamond. That's really good. And he's a switch hitter, so kind of like the Steve Finley, you know, you keep an eye on this card. He could be really good, especially with the switch hitting capability. You know, just because he's not excelling at any one thing doesn't mean he's not going to be terrible, so keep an eye on this Chase Headley. And last but not least, the Giants. We actually did see this card yesterday. 88 overall Will Clark, 104-95 contact with 77 vision, 75 fielding. So just like the Keith Hernandez, just like the Steve Garvey, he's going to be kind of like, you know, he's not going to be a bad first baseman. He's got 104 contact versus righties, but at the end of the day, he's not going to be the big power bat that you want at that corner spot. So that's how I feel about this guy. So there you go, guys. Those are all the Team Epic rewards in MLB The Show 18. So let me know what you guys think about it. Like I said, I don't know the middle rewards from 25 to 50. They're probably could be some good cards in there, like some diamonds in the rough sort of thing, but mainly everybody wants to know what the final rewards are. So let me know which one is your favorite. Let me know which Team Epic you are going to grind first, if you are going to grind them. But yeah, guys, drop a thumbs up on the video if you enjoyed, subscribe to the channel if you are new, and I will see you in the next one. Peace.